Hello, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be colouring in the little scene in the middle of the flower pot here, this little world inside the flower pot. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you want to colour along or anything, the link to the colouring page is in the description box below. I'm using Holbein pencils mainly, but there is a bit of Caran that gets thrown in there as well, some greens and browns I think, and my usual purple Derwent lightfast pencil. So I'm aiming to get a kind of cosy look in here, and I'm hoping I can get it to stand out enough from the pot but still feel like part of it. So if you'd like to see how it goes, then please stay with me, and say if you like it, then do consider giving me a like as well, and we'll see how we get on. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in a minute. So I'm still using my black. I've been doing the black and the purple and things because I'm trying to get this quite dark. I'm hoping to get a really good different, contrast from lights and darks. I want the yellow and the orange from the lights to stand out really well. So I keep going back over the dark bits and making them darker. So I'm not sure that I'm going to eventually run out of the tooth in the paper to hold the pencil. So I'll have to see how that goes. I'm doing it lightly, but I'm hoping to get the darks as dark as I can, and I'll see what happens, because I'm going to be using a lot of yellow and orange where the lamps are and things, and I think I need to make sure that they're going to stand out really well, because without that real big contrast I think it's not going to have what it needs, when you look at it. So this is what I'm hoping for. So I'm going to carry on working on, and I'm kind of working on my lightest and my darkest, and I'll kind of fill in the middle from there where I can. And trying to remember sort of how the light lands on things, and to make sure my reflections and off bits are going to work as well. So anyway, we'll carry on and see if I can get that bit going now. I'm starting to like how it looks now. I think the darks are pretty well dark enough, and I can now sort of relax a little bit and kind of concentrate on getting some of the other lights and darks in place. Because I think I wanted the biggest part of dark in, and obviously I'm going to work around that now and hope I can keep everything else going in the same way. Doing a fair few different browns and purples and stuff in this, and there's going to be a bit of blue as well. So I'm going to aim to get the tree now, more or less, and looking with the lights and the darks on that, because I've got the basic light and dark, and now I need to hone in on the lights and darks of the little bits and pieces I'm doing. So we'll carry on with that and see how I get on with that now. So I'm still working on the tree here. I'm trying to not have it blend into the flower pot. So I'm kind of still throwing all my browns at it really, but I've got quite a lot of orange in the flower pot and that. And so I'm hoping that the trees and the wood inside here won't kind of blend in with it too much. Because I'm basically still using all the same browns that I used in the flower pot, but I'm hoping to put them in a different way and kind of keep the tree inside a little bit detached from it. I do love this purple pencil. It's just so nice for the shadows, and so much nicer than going in with just like a black. I think a black would just be really flat. And what I like as well about it is I'll put this purple in, then I'll go over it with, say, you know, some more dark brown or something, and it'll just it just works really well for shadows. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know I keep raving on about this pencil. I still want the glow around this bit here to sort of stand out and glow more. I know I haven't finished it at all yet really, but I'm still want that to be like a little focal point on that side. So I'll just keep working at it with my purples and my browns and oranges. I think it needs a bit more orange, but I'll put that in a minute. This little door is quite important here because it's all the arches and things that are on this side bring your eye into that door if you're going to look on this side of the tree. So I really need to make this door stand out well and have lots of sort of detail and that on it. Well, it's not high detail as such, but it's detail in like the shading and a bit of the colouring and things. And I still obviously need to work on the wall around the door as well yet. This I think needs to be quite dark here. Back to me purple pencil. really want to make sure that this bit on this side is a little bit warmer. I want a nice kind of warm side and a dark side, or a cool side. So that's what I'm going to work on now. I've got two greys in my Holbein pencil kit. One's a warm grey and one's a cool grey. So I'm using the cool grey on this bit at the moment. Just going over that purple, and then I will add some other colour here as well, I think, in a minute. I'll add some dark blue and things in. This has been a great little picture to do, actually, because I mean the overall picture with the flowers and the pot and this, because there's quite a lot of variety in this one. It's been nice to, you know, do the flowers and then do the hard pot and then come and do this little world in here. It's been a nice one to do. This is starting to look quite nice now in here. I'm liking the contrast between that bright yellow and the dark purpley colours now. Still got a little bit more to do, I think, but they're nice. The orange and the purple are good opposite colours for each other. I nearly forgot to colour the window in. So really on this side of the room, that little window is what's going to draw your eye to that side of the tree. And I thought I'd do the chair red because it's a nice sort of contrast to the blue as well. I have all these books to do in a minute. I'll find some colours to do those with. So I'm thinking about where it's going to be lighter, you know, where the light's catching the corners and things, and where it would be quite shadowy. was trying to decide how many colours I want on these books, and I don't want to go mad with all the lots of different coloured books, but I think I need a few, because otherwise I'm just still using like the red and the blue at the moment, and I don't want it to look like a, you know, just red and blue. So I'm going to have to give a little bit of thought as I go along here, and use some slightly different variations on browns and golds and things maybe to do some of the books. Pretty happy with the little bookshelf. So I'm not sure what I wanted to do with that little orb at the top there. I think that's probably enough. I might put a little bit of something just to darken a little bit of it down. And I've been waiting and waiting to do the green leaves. I didn't want to do the leaves until I'd got quite a lot of the other bits in, because that was what I was going to decide on the colour of the greens I was going to use. So I needed to get the oranges and the dark colours in first. It's just my way of doing it, but now I can kind of picture it in my head. And I think this patch of green here is really going to help. It's going to soften the bottom of the tree and give something at the middle at the front, but the leaves and that aren't so distracting. I think it's quite nice, but it's not very distracting, you know, you're not staring at them so much. But it's a nice little bit of different colour there. Working on these stairs at the moment, and I'm trying to decide. I know where the light's going to come and hit the stairs from the side with the blue window, but I'm still trying to decide how much of the light from the other side lantern would go through the trees and stuff and hit the stairs. I'm not sure I want to have the stairs sort of like that yellow light catching on both sides of the stairs. I think it's going to look like someone's put carpet up the middle if I do that. So I'm going to darken it all down quite a lot. Now I think I might just catch one or two of the little bits at the edge nearest the tree with the yellow rather than all of it. So I'll see how it goes. I'll probably put a little bit of orange in there as well. And I still think they perhaps want to be a bit darker yet. I was thinking this wall was a little bit flat, so I'm going to add a little bit more shadow in that. I think there should be a bit more colour maybe down here. I'll say colour, perhaps it's more contrast really, but it was just a bit flat. Yes, I definitely think that looks better now. It just highlights the door, sort of like having a halo around the door now. I still might darken that bit down a bit more. I'll put a bit of yellow in here and see what I think. I didn't show you, but if there are two little candles at the bottom there, I'm just colouring around them at the moment. I did go over them with a white acrylic marker because they got a bit wishy-washy, so I just went back over those just to pick them out a bit more. I'm still darkening things down. Some of it still looks a bit too bright because this is supposed to be like a cosy little room, just lit by a bit of candlelight and things, so, and at night, so I don't want it to be too bright overall, which is why I keep going back in and darkening bits down a bit more. I want you to feel like your eyes are drawn to the back of the rooms, which is where the yellow is. So I'm trying to keep the front here fairly muted. Just add a bit of blue here, just to cool it off even more. I want a very shadowy shadow. thank you for staying with me through this picture and watching with me. If you've enjoyed it, please don't forget to give me a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. If you have any comments, feel free to pop them in the comments box below. I'm always happy to read them and I will respond to you. And thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.